Church Lane level crossing in Nottinghamshire. Okay, the time is 13:49 hours. This will be the 13:50 Hull train service from Hull to London King's Cross. It should currently still be a Class 180. Whilst you wait, shall we see who's the worst operator for the start of the December 2019 weekday timetables? In first place is TransPennine Express, with only 53% of services running to time, followed by Northern with 67. First group being last group, how wonderful. Looks like we'll also be waiting for 13:52 London Leeds. Right, 0109. Next train just at Northgate Station. Train 2 Class 91. Okay, time is 13:57. This will be the 13:59 Deutsche Bahn cargo service from Dollins Moor sidings to Scunthorpe Redbourne sidings, which sometimes runs with a load, sometimes doesn't. Today, it doesn't. New stations have now opened over at Warrington West and Rob Royston. Both stations are 2 minutes apart from the next station on their own lines. We're still awaiting for Worcestershire Parkway, which should have opened with the timetable change, which is now delayed till approximately February. What's wrong with this world? Oh yeah, nothing ever runs to time. As we said in the first main closure, the worst operator for this timetable change is First TransPennine Express, followed by Arriva Northern. Yet there's still clout for Northern. Oh, nationalise Northern, they're the worst. Do research. Last TransPennine is the worst. The worst by a good 13%. So how is one with a higher percentage of services that ran to time worse than the operator that had a lesser amount of services run to time? What's TransPennine's worst route? Oh, of course, Scotland. Yay! What's Northern's worst route? North. Yay! What's the best operator? Grand Central at the moment, which is an open access operator, followed by the Serco Abellio Caledonian Sleeper, followed by Merseyrail, London Overground, C2C, South Eastern, Avanti West Coast, Heathrow Express, Greater Anglia, Cross Country, Chiltern, Govia, Eurostar, LNER, TfL, ScotRail, East Midlands Railway, Hull Trains, Transport for Wales, GWR, West Midlands, South Western, Northern, TransPennine, from best to worst. So maybe calls should be brought in to Mr. Shap or whatever his name is to do something about worst TransPennine Express. No? Too easy? Yeah, never did like the hard way out, did you? You lazy good for nothing. Graydon didn't give a damn. Shaps doesn't give a bollocks. Of course, nor does the government. These are the continuous fraudulent votes. Whether I try and get a picture of this thing. Where his ear is. They've cut a lot of vegetation back this side. I remember it being a hell of a lot bushy. At least 6 months ago when we was here. The CCTV needs looking at. It's completely rusty. Okay. Light. $66060. And there they go. Next train in a few minutes. Let's move. Time is 14:02. This will be the 14:09 Grand Central service from London King's Cross to Sunderland. Probably the 14:08 LNER train service from Leeds to London King's Cross. Right, when should our special train leave Carlton? Because he arrived there about 50 minutes early. Okay, yeah. Arrived there 52 early, sorry. Here's the history of said train. I'm not going to show where it's going to because that's part of the fun. So it started 33 down, 19 off Leeds, 1 off Emsworth, 22 off Ranskill, 50 off Retford, 52 arrival into Carlton. Will it sit in for the next 10 minutes to leave on time? You'll know where it's off when we get to that service. Okay, proceed aspect at the flat crossing, because 2L663 East Midlands Railways just passed over. Right, the last train that passed us means that both sides of Carlton Loop are now taken. Okay, I see the Grand Central coming up, so I'm going to move over, as we're not going to see what one it is, are we? Ooh. Got a big gaping hole there. There's tons on them. Whatever happened to road repairs? Oh yeah, they don't exist, do they? Anywhere. Fell down a bit of this broken road as well. When's this? 6, 7, 9 today. Right, so that's expected after this. Okay, right. So there's a tamper that left Retford a few minutes ago. He should be behind the movement from Neville Hill. So the movement from Neville Hill, in theory, will leave after our next train's past Carlton. Sometime after, anyway. Whether immediately or 5 minutes after is a different story, because the barriers have been down for 5 minutes. But at least we can, I suppose, safely say this isn't the busy time that we keep getting here during the morning at around 11 AM, where the barriers are down continually, say for example between the 47 Edinburgh to the top of the hour each time. At least there's no congestion currently either. Of course that can go to pot, because all our main network failures are signals, points, track defect, anything you can think of that would be to do with Network Rail, who is nationalised. And that's why it's god awful. If we go back many years to the Clapham crash, that was because of a points failure. The points were not protected on the wrong line. for like wrong line operations, so that went badly wrong. Thanks very much, British Rail. Here's a DVT. (218.106). Are you going up? Yes. Right, next should be that thing. Well, after an Edinburgh train, which is next. The time is 14:11. This will be the 14:14 London North Eastern Railway service from London King's Cross to Edinburgh. Right, there should be a danger signal back at Newark Flat Crossing because the delayed freight train is at Newark Castle. Yeah, it's been pushed back. What's this, Edinburgh? I think it's another 91 set. Like we know, supposedly all of LNR's HSTs are now been withdrawn. Yet currently we're seeing no more Class 91s than we would on a normal timetable before any HST withdrawal. Huh. Well, they go again then. I think they're letting the freight train through before anything else, which doesn't come here. We'll see you shortly. Okay, right, now, maybe, let's just shout random words. The time is 14:15, that's all I know. My guess would be the 14:18 at London North Eastern Railway service London Leeds, the 14:23 Rail Operations Group service from Neville Hill to Crewe South Yard. But I don't know if we're going to be getting that in this closure or not, because the tamper that is supposed to be behind it is at Carlton. In order of operation, the blue train should be in front of the grey train right the way through here, but I don't think that's the case, is it? So ignore me about the crew thing. This will be London Leeds and 1432 service from Ferry Hill Terminal Complex Old Yard to Romford Engineers Sidings. Of course, makes it know about 15 minutes early. Unless they do hold that back and pull the other train out of the loop. So I suppose the chance is there, but Carlton can't do what Doncaster doesn't want to do. Because all Carlton basically is a gate box. Doncaster does most of the signalling. Yep. It's that thing for Romford ahead of the Northern ROG thing. I know what's on the consist because I was told earlier. And it's got the same thing in RailCam. Has it got the road over the flat crossing, or are they keeping that at danger? Well, they've got the signal over the bridge sorted, because there is a bridge down there. Then we've got the flat crossing, which is at danger. Our next train is coming over there, which is London Leeds. This is another Class 91. Can't be, can it? It's another Class 91. Unless I was going to say unless I'm missing, it's a special one. It's not, it's just another Class 91. That's all we've really seen. Next. So basically, if we ignore the HST withdrawal, we've basically just only seen Class 91s for LNAR. Was that always meant to be the case? Were most have said no converted to Zuma runs meant to be 91 runs? What was meant to have happened? Because whatever it is, very strange. Now, because this line's not been re-signalled, I can't tell if the thing is ready to leave Carlton Loop yet. I think the next stage of re-signalling is Peterborough, because Peterborough PSB is due to close this year. But that can't be done within like 14 days, can it? It can't be done within 14, 15 days. Because that's how long the block would literally need to be. Now, we've had Stevenage re-signalled and all that whilst they're getting a platform 5. That's all we've really had, but that lot has transferred to York, so we've got signalling data publicly available. Anywhere else we haven't. Like there was a signal failure at Highcombe this morning. That line hasn't been re-signalled again yet from its start of colour light signals, which is these halogen ones. That's not yet been completely re-signalled. That's waiting for Swinderby box to go to Lincoln Control Centre for it all to be re-signalled to York. And that's several years behind. And they'll be staying again after this for 1E12, which is the 1417 LNER train service from Edinburgh to London King's Cross. Unless they quickly put us up after this train here. Which is a very peculiar looking tamper, my bob. What a peculiar looking thing that is. Right, yeah, next is 1E12. Which then for the second time the journey is going to make the ROG thing late. What's the max speed of that bloody tamper anyway? Usually a train would have flown away by now, but he's crawling. I don't know how quick he was going either. I bet it's a pain to drive that little thing. You're like, come on, go faster. And you're going at snail's pace. That freight train that we're talking about earlier and during the last closure is still waiting at Newark Castle. I only really came for this ROG thing. Right, the thing's just now left Carlton Loop, giving it a slight delay. She's left at about 14:17. So the last train we should, in theory, see in this closure is the 14:23. Go away, Siri, you great big twat. The 14:23 service from Neville Hill to Crewe. Right, here's the next service from Edinburgh, which is the first IEP we're seeing in this closure. He should be crawling because he got a danger signal after the level crossing. I'll see he's crawling there. We'll quickly zoom down the line to see a row of reds. So he could be letting the freight train through. The flat crossing. But don't come down here and keep this other thing stopped behind us. That next stop's Peterborough. Mind you, that'd be Newark, wouldn't it? To flash over the next stop of Peterborough. But yeah, we're waiting for this next thing, aren't we? I'm just going to keep pondering up and down the road. There's nobody here. And there's a service on at the church, so there's a ton of parked cars in that direction. Right, here's the game. He's got the road over the flat crossing, because you can see yellow at the far side of the screen. Yeah, he's currently got a red where he is. Go figure. Won't be able to tell me any different because, of course, I don't have signal aspects because they've not been publicly released. So yeah, he's stopping at that signal. So what we're waiting for, we'll stop at our protecting signal. Because that Tampa thingamabob we saw has got to wait at Newark Northgate in the goods line. Okay, that's past that signal up there, so this next train will crawl over. We should hear it coming for a couple of miles. Led by class 37. Should be 321’s. Don't know why they're going to Crewe, probably refurbishment. Mind you, I wouldn't know. What would they do with class 321’s this late in their life? Like, they're not new, are they? They're fairly old. And then again, what was this driver training to do with between Doncaster and York using them several months back, if a year now? What was all that about? I never have found out. Wouldn't be retention, because like any Doncaster based crew would likely not have 321 unit knowledge on top of route retention up to York. It's a mystery. Yeah, nothing else off northbound. Our train that's coming from southbound, just past Bartley. Here he is, I see him at the very far distance going under the bridge of the B6325, I think. Great North Road. Alright, this should go through at a moderate speed because he's got a yellow over said bridge. 37884, 321902 and 321901 to Crow. Thank you for watching. We'll see you in the next episode.